Hello and welcome all. Today we are going to look at an LED bulb. How this LED bulb is working. This is the driver circuit of this LED bulb and it consists of two capacitors. This is polyester capacitors and there is an MOV. This is used from high voltage protection. There is small electrolytic capacitor is there, an inductor is there, a big inductor is also there. This is an inductor, a big inductor, and there is an electrolytic capacitor is there. This is the bridge rectifier and this is the IC, switching IC. Now I have drawn the circuit diagram of this circuit and we will check how this is working. This is the circuit diagram of the LED bulb. Here we can see that this is the AC. When we connecting the bulb, the AC is coming from this point and it is connected to this. This is the AC point and it is connected to an MOV. This is MOV. It is used to, if a high voltage is appearing at this point due to any cause, this will short and protect the other circuit. There is a capacitor, a polyester filling capacitor is there and an inductor is there. This is shown here. This is the polyester filling capacitor and this is the inductor. The purpose of this is to avoid any surge voltage or surge currents coming to the input of coming into the circuit. In order to protect that, these are put here. How when a surge current is surge voltage is happening, that means surge voltage means it's a time constant. That means the time it is happening is very less. So as we know that the inductor opposes any sudden change in voltage or current. That means a surge current means a sudden change in current or sudden change in voltage. It is opposed by that. That means it provides a very high reactance to this surge current. So it cannot go through this. That means inductor increases its voltage to oppose it. So it has now the path, and we know that as the time is decreasing, the capacitor provides a less reactance. Capacitor provides less reactance. So the surge current will pass to this capacitor and not into the circuit. So in order to protect from this kind of spikes, we are adding these circuit elements. Other than that, there is also other purposes. That means this IC is switching, if say at 100 kilohertz. 100 kilohertz means there will be noise. Noise means there will be harmonics. These harmonics will go to the supply in order to protect. That means the harmonics means that is also at a high frequency. When high frequencies occurs, this will give a high resistance. So it will not pass to the output. So any surge current from the input to output will not be allowed, and like that the noise due to the switching is not allowed to pass to the main supply. This is the purpose of this too. And now it is connected to a bridge rectifier. As we know that the bridge rectifier converts AC to a DC, almost DC, and this capacitor is used to not only filter but also to smoothen the voltage, but also used to store the energy. Here also the capacitor used is a polyester capacitor. Why it is used? Because this circuit is operating in a critical conduction mode. Critical conduction mode means the current through, when the switch is on, the current passes through the inductor to the load, and the AC part of it will go to the capacitor. That means when the transistor is on, there are two current. One is going to the capacitor and the DC part of it is going to the load. And as the inductor value is lost in critical conduction mode, the critical conduction mode means the value of the inductor will be very less. So value of the inductor will be very less means there will be high rate of change of current. The rate of change of current will be high. That means at each time when the transistor is on, large amount of current is drawn from this capacitor. If we use electrolytic capacitor, this capacitor has the property as it has low inductance and low resistance. Low inductance means that at a high frequency, this is switching it is a 100 kilohertz. High frequency, this inductance and the ESR come together will not give enough current to this supply. So in order to reduce that, we are putting this kind of capacitor. Electrolytic capacitor has high inductance or high ESR. So in order to avoid that, we are operating it in a critical conduction mode. So we are using this type of capacitor. Now we will check what is critical conduction mode and how. This is the input voltage, rectified input voltage at the capacitor. If the value of the inductor is very low, that means very low means at each time, this is the time, this current has two parts. If we divided this current has two parts. If we divided like that, during this time the transistor is on and the current is building up in the inductor, and when the transistor is switched off, the conductor is freewheeling through this, and there is a time when there is no current. There is no current, that means zero current. But in case of a continuous conduction mode, there is a minimum current is there. There is a minimum current is there. So it has to reach from this value to this. That means the rate of change is very low. But here in critical conduction mode, the current has to go from 0 to the maximum value. So the rate of change of current will be high. So more current in short time has to be supplied has to be taken from the capacitor. So that means the capacitor is able to has the ability to provide this much of current in short time. If we use electrolytic capacitors here, that means it has a high inductance. That means it will not able to give a sudden change of current like this. So we using this type of capacitor. This diode is used to give supply when the voltage reaches a maximum value. This will supply the VCC voltage to this. Apart from this will be a very low value. So this diode will give enough energy to this IC to work. And after that, this positive voltage is connected to the drain, and the same positive voltage is connected through a resistor to the VCC pin. That means at the first time it is taken the energy from this to the VCC and charge the capacitor. As the capacitor has reached a particular value, the circuit will start to working. Now we will look at the internal circuit of this IC. This is the drain, and the drain is connected to the I-sense pin. In between there is a transistor, and there is a control unit. This control unit is giving pulses to the transistor to on and off. according to these informations. There is a feedback pin. This is the point where we are taken the output voltage, and we are using a resistive divider, and a reference voltage is applied to this. When this voltage more than 1.6 voltage, this op-amp essentially at low, the op-amp output will be at 0. That means it tells the control unit to switch off the transistor. That means if high voltage reference voltage is more than 1.6 volt, it tells the IC to switch off. And if the feedback voltage is lower than, if they say that a 0.2 volt, the lower point is 0.2 volt, lower than 0.2 volt, that means at short circuits, if there is any short circuit happens, all the energy in the capacitor will be gone through this. That means this point will be at lower potential. That means this point also will be at lower potential. So the feedback voltage will be less. If the feedback voltage is less than, if say that 0.2 volt, this ISO also tells the control unit to switch off. In the case of over voltage and under voltage, it tells the control unit to switch off the MOSFET. When the over voltage is occurring, that when any of the LED bulb is open, there will be no current flow through this. That means all the current flowing to the capacitor only. So the capacitor voltages increases. If more than 1.6 voltage reference appear at this point, that means it sends that the output voltage is open. So it off the transistor. This circuit is a buck converter, and there is a resistor. This resistor is used to sense the current. We can see here that this is the point where it is sensing the current, and here also there is a reference is giving and a zero reference is giving. That means when as we said that the current goes to zero when the switch is off, when the switch inside the transistor is off, this inductor will freewheel through this load. When the transistor is switched off, transistor inside the IC is switched off, there is energy in the inductor, and the inductor freewheels through this there. When it is on, the polarity will be plus here and minus here, and when the transistor is switched off, its polarity will be reversed. This is minus and this will become plus. And as the value of the inductor is very low, the energy stored by the inductor is very low. So, and it is operating in critical conduction mode. When the current at this point becomes zero, there is a sense resistor to detect the zero crossing. That means it is grounded. This point is this point of the op-amp is grounded. That means when this voltage falls below 0 volt, this op-amp tells the control unit to switch on the transistor. When it reaches 0 volt, it tells the transistor to switch on. When it reaches a maximum value fixed by the reference, it tells the control unit to switch off. This is to reset and this is to set. This is to on the transistor and this is to off the transistor. According to the sensed current, it is used. So when the transistor is on, the current is flowing through the inductor and to the capacitor and to the load. And when it is switched off, the free energy stored in the inductor will be freewheeling through this, and when it reaches zero, the current through the inductor is reached zero. It sends that it has reached zero and give a command to on the transistor again, and it is on again. Like that, it is giving a constant current. This circuit is used to give feedback of voltage. This is how an LED bulb is working. this is actually buck converter, a buck converter, but it is working on the basis of sensing the current. This is how an LED bulb is working.